Let's look at Trump's health. So, welcome to Scrying Out Loud. My name is Trevor. In the last video that I posted, we kept getting the Eight of Swords popping up, which is about confinement. It could be about mental confinement, could be physical confinement as well. But it was confinement that came out both in respect to the first 3 months of the presidency, with respect to finding a new Democratic leader. Um, there are a lot of things that could make that happen. So, for example, if Trump was ill, it would be hard for a Democrat to announce that they're running for president in a tactful way, right? So, let's look at Trump's health over the next, let's say, 6 months. As I was meditating on this, I kept getting the Four of Swords, which pops up a lot when we talk about it, which is about ill health. And I kept getting the Five of Cups as an image in my mind or in the crystal ball. See if I can pull some images as we shuffle the cards to shows Trump's health the next 6 months. I see him alone in a room. Like he's not doing anything, he's just sitting there. And it's like a feeling of, it's kind of like the Hermit card, feeling isolated, feeling alone, feeling lonely. Like it's, I talked about it in the last reading, this voided check feeling. It's like uh, an empty feeling, almost like there is no future feeling. Now, everybody handles death in different ways. Sometimes it can be a poignant experience, never pleasant, but when a loved one is getting ready to pass, it's not always um, what we think. I know when I've experienced that personally, sometimes there's some poignancies, some lessons, some sharing of memories and things like that. This is not the feelings I'm getting with him. The feeling I'm getting is like just nobody wants to be there. It shows Trump's health for the next 6 months. Karma works in weird ways. I think he suffers a lot. I'm not making any excuses for him at all. Don't get me wrong. But I think he suffers a lot. I don't think people particularly like him, including family. So Trump's health. I mean, yikes. First card off the pile's the devil. Um, Addictions come to mind. Um, Addicted to power, money, greed. Also could be mis and disinformation. Here, I'm pulled more towards addictions, even addiction to work, like addiction to the material. And that's why he hasn't fostered these relationships that most of us foster. Um, and the challenge is intergenerational relationships. This makes a lot of sense that his challenge is being able to form those relationships, which I don't think he's done successfully. We get the Four of Pentacles underneath, which is the miser card, holding really tight to the money, right? Really obsessed with money. We also get the image of death here. in this card. So, uh, regardless of his physical health, his life choices seem to be ones just that are obsessed with power. We do get the King of Swords, but this is in the past. Um, could be a father figure. It could be, a moderating figure, but it's in the past. It's no longer there. We get the High Priestess in the sky. This is dark energy. Um, this is almost feels like a haunting female presence. I don't know too much about his relationship with um his mother figure, but it feels dark. Um, Yikes. We get the Ten of Pentacles in the near term outcome. Okay, this depiction isn't um the easiest to interpret, but normally this is the inheritance card. You can see the young kid taking the money out of the chest that's been left for him. And you can see in the very background here, uh, there's a person walking away. It's right there. Um, so the money's being left to the future generations. So that's the end of a cycle is the near-term outcome. So all of this greed will be passed to the next generation, not necessarily in the form of greed, but in the form of money. We get the strength card. We get the Seven of Swords. I think this just kind of describes his life in general as a thief, right? As somebody who got away with things, at least on a material level, maybe not on a karmic level, but on a material level. We get the Four of Cups. This is, a feeling of this is what I'm getting. I know this isn't the exact meaning of the card, but it's a feeling of a life being lost, not lost, being wasted, a life being wasted as, he's dumping the cup. Uh, there's nothing to show for anything. And that's a feeling. That's not a, an, an attribute. The outcome, we get the Page of Cups. This is bombshells and revelations. And I think we might get some interesting news with relationship to his health. We get the Queen of Wands. This is some steadiness. And we get the Seven of Pentacles. Um, but in this depiction, he's picking up a pentacle and almost walking away. Like he's harvested his fruit and it's over. Underneath, we get the Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, things coming quickly. We get the card for him, the King of Pentacles. We get anxiety, trying to slay the dragon, which goes back to that devil energy. And we get the King of Wands, and then we get the Ten of Pentacles, which is, you know, about heavy burdens being bared and putting them down. But when you're putting down the burdens, it's either you've solved the problem or it's just the end of the cycle, which is interesting. And then that's followed directly by the Fool card, which is new beginnings, the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold, feeling um, maybe slightly taken for granted. I don't think you could ever please him, right? If you were one of his children, I don't think you'd ever please him. Um, so it's not a pleasant feeling. That's that's for sure. Let's ask the question in a slightly different way. So I think health wise, it's not good. Um, Definitely from the mental perspective, and I think we see that in the way that he acts, right? In the way that he goes about things. Let's ask, will Trump serve the full term as president? Will Trump serve a full term as president? I don't think so. Um, no. I'm getting the image of the flags at half staff. I know they're currently at half staff, although there's that whole debate, which is that devil energy about being a petulant child about the flags being at half staff at his inauguration. Trump serve a full term in office. Trump's finish out this term in office. We get the Ten of Wands that fell out. Again, this is that end of the cycle, that burdensome feeling. Let me shuffle the cards a little bit more. Will Trump serve out the 4 years in office? And the Five of Cups just keeps coming into my mind. He has a lot of worries, and that's for a different reading. So we get the Seven of Wands defending oneself. I think at some point he's going to have to justify being in office and being capable of doing the job. The challenge is the Knight of Pentacles, which is messages about money. We get the Lovers underneath. It says partnerships. Again, we get the Ten of Pentacles, which is the inheritance card in the past. Also could be, the loss of wealth, from the verdicts in the New York, um, not the New York, the E. Jean Carroll and the fraud trials about the business. We get the Wheel of Fortune, so the fortunes will be turning, whether they're for him or against him is yet to be seen. We get the Knight of Cups, a message coming in the near future. We get the Emperor card. This is the card of the presidency. We get the Nine of Wands, which is defending or being the wearier warrior in this depiction, trying to tame the beast, trying to keep the rumors at bay. That's the uh, what I'm hearing. We get the King of Cups in the hopes and fears. That's the Democrats. The outcome card, we get moving away from troubled waters. And we get the Five of Wands, lots of fighting. And we get the Knight of Wands. This is fiery messages. Here's the ill health card. Again, the Four of Swords. Wish fulfillment. I guess the question is whose wish? And temperance and the voters. And again, the Seven of Swords and the Death card. So King of Pentacles and a new start with the Fool card. I don't think he'll serve a full term. I don't think he'll make it physically. So anyhow, thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'll be back with another video probably early next week. Thank you.